Okay, I'll continue here. I'll read back a little bit. Christian Prince was the first to own the flash drive that was now sewed up inside the Pikachu doll. The video of his that Sally clicked on. I think I need to go back even further. Let's see here. Okay. So then clicked on another video. This video was from the one who was called Christian Prince. Christian Prince was the first to own the flash drive that was now sewed up inside the Pikachu doll. The video of his that Sally clicked on was called Doorway to Muslim Deception. It showed no face of Christian Prince, just his voice and the cursor that moved about on the Quran chapter and verse of the computer. Here it was Christian Prince explained the meaning of Quran 328 and how it opened the doorway to something called Al-Taqiyya, which they explained showed holy line. The disembodied Arabic accented voice of Christian Prince showed how in Quran 328 a Muslim is cut off from Allah if he or she really actually takes Christians and Jews as friends and helpers, but isn't cut off from Allah if the Muslim guards against Jews and Christians. In other words, the Muslim is forced into hypocrisy around those who aren't Muslims with Quran 328. As Sally played another Christian Prince video, Daniel said, he never shows his face or gives his real name. If he did, he'd have to room with trout, catfish, Salman Rushdie, or become a nomad like me. He's not like Mr. Neville at all. Of course, not even Neville. Of course, not even Niles Neville gave his real name. What destroyed him was putting his videos onto computers of schools he taught in at my school district. Little did he realize that he'd become known in his city, and it would get back to his mosque. He didn't go by Niles Neville, I bet, said Sally. Oh, he had a bunch of names, little handles. What he converted hundreds of thousands to Islam with. When he converted hundreds of thousands to Islam with that damn creepy poem he found and read over the net, his handle was Muhammad Hamzi 100. When he closed up that account due to secretly getting out of Islam, he then became mostly known as Christian Prince 3. At his mosque, he went by his Muslim name of Muhammad Hamzi and continued to go by that name, even though he was secretly a Christian who didn't want his head sawed off. But the name he was born with was definitely Niles Neville. When he started exposing Islam on the net, he didn't show his face, with good reason, but instead just put on videos that challenged Islam. He would take old foreign movies that were dubbed into English and redub them into English with a different script. My favorite of what he did was take the Godzilla movie Monster Zero, and if you see it, It calls attention to anti-Islam sites like MohammedTube and Jihad Watch. Again, he knew better not to put his face on the net when exposing Islam, and he also exposed Islam by putting on the mirrored videos of Christian Prince or Investigate Islam, which he later discovered to be on that flash drive now located in that doll of Pikachu. He also mirrored old Acts 17 apologetics videos, Prophet of Doom, IQ, and Zakaria Boutros videos that he managed to download before the government yanked them off to keep from offending Muslims. Oh, by the way, in that redubbing of the Godzilla movie called Monster Zero, he has Godzilla and the other two monsters in the movie roaring out Allahu Akbar as they destroy Tokyo. When they are freed from the evil of Islam the aliens were using to control them and attack Earth, the giant monsters are seen on the ground shaking and praising Jesus as if they had gone from being terrorist Muslims to holy rollers thinking Jesus. Of course, the part where Godzilla and the two other monsters are later fighting, as the original movie has it. Well, that part is edited out. Still, though, this was the type of thing he put on YouTube to expose Islam. Muslims used a Mickey Mouse to brainwash kids into wanting to kill Jews. Well, Neville used campy science fiction flicks to try to undo that. For instance, in the redubbed Godzilla movie, instead of a strange noise broadcast all over the world that sends the aliens controlling Godzilla to their doom, Niles redubs it and has the voices of Christian Prince 1, Robert Spencer, Craig Wynn, etc., exposing Islam, and that is what brings the terrorist aliens in their flying saucer controlling Godzilla to their doom. Daniel laughed. Were his mirrored videos of those guys yanked off as well? Asked Sally. Daniel thought about it and said, "You want to know something strange, Sally? His video account and my video account are the only accounts on YouTube and other YouTube-like sites on the whole entire internet that expose Islam and haven't been yanked off. Isn't that bizarre? I can't understand why. The government has pulled off every single account on YouTube, LiveLink, Daily Motion, you name it, that has made fun of, you name it, that has made fun or exposes Islam. Yet again, my account and Christian Prince 3's account remain open. The government did close down whole sites that were successful exposing Islam, like TruthTube TV, but they still haven't yanked my account and Christian Prince 3's account. Again, I wonder why. Maybe God has protected my account for some reason. Of course, I'm not getting many views. If a Muslim of mine gets, if a video of mine gets 100 views, that's a popular video. Perhaps that's why. Perhaps that's the reason. I wonder. But Christian Prince 3 gets hundreds of thousands of views. But Christian Prince 3 got hundreds of thousands of views, and yet he remains on. I wonder why. Anyway, the videos he secretly made of himself exposing Islam for classroom computers for reasons that I'm still puzzling over till this day mostly ended up going by the thousands into the restrooms of truck stops and rest areas scattered about America in his job being a nomad. But in one of his handles on YouTube, the one he used to question atheists in their beliefs, he did show his face and bridged over to Christian Prince 3 on YouTube, allowing Muslims to put two and two together when they heard in the voice of Christian Prince 3. But after looking at all his accounts and videos, I'm wondering if it wasn't his plan to do this that way all along from the start. He made a video of himself in his underwear. In his underwear? Sally asked. Yes, in his underwear, said Daniel. Why his underwear? Asked Sally. He noticed that videos of people in their underwear caught attention, especially if the guy or gal was in good shape, which he was. It was part of his plan. Anyway, he called the video the Samson Option Part 1, where he told his viewers that if they saw another video of him in his underwear that was not a reflection in a mirror, like the first video, then that would mean a countdown had started to where he'd do something very revealing that would blow the viewers' minds. In the first video of the Samson Option 1, he told his viewers that if they looked at his videos, it would possibly help them, it would possibly help lead them to the answer of what thing he was planning. And he promised $5,000 to anyone who could guess first in comment form of what he was going to pull before he started putting on those videos of his sacrifice, as he called it. Sacrifice of what? Asked Sally. Daniel smiled and said, his hair, of course. Although he never mentioned it on the internet, his computerized diary translated into Arabic told all. After the video, he'd post in his underwear that wasn't a tape of himself in a reflection. There would be a countdown to him making a video with the leaves turning color behind him and himself rapidly becoming, quote, what God had promised in his genes all along, unquote. Although it seems he never lived to post that video of himself in his underwear, not in reflection. Well, guess how many viewers ended up seeing the video called the Samson Option 1? So I made a gulping sound and asked, how many? 1,053,000 and counting, smiled Daniel. But why would people want to see that? Asked Sally with confusion in her eyes. People love a mystery, said Daniel. People looked at his videos and saw that he set something up beforehand that proved he could be trusted with his word. He said that 3 years to the day that he posted a video of himself repeating a certain sentence over and over again in the foreign language, in a foreign language, that he'd post a video to reveal its answer. The video in the strange language, Marathi, actually was what he called a sleeper cell wake-up call. Well, as I said, 3 years to the day of posting the sleeper cell wake-up call titled The Mystery Call. He posted a video to let you know what he was saying in Marathi and let it known again that the repeating sentence was to possibly activate sleeper cells. He was a terrorist Muslim, asked Sally. No, said Daniel. Thank God he was full of questions. I shudder to think what world-shaking horror a guy like him could have easily brought onto the earth if he didn't first come upon those sayings and scriptures of the Quran that sounded stupid and crazy to him. He could have become the monster of monsters. No, he found the stupid and evil scriptures in the Quran and Hadith first, stopping him from becoming the doomsday machine he would have absolutely become. The sleeper cells he secretly created were for something else, and I'm not quite sure what they were he created them for, but I'm betting they weren't for terrorist activity at all. I've got to stop it here.